This upsets me. Coal. Bloody coal. And what are we doing? We're burning it. The worst fossil fuel that this country could burn, and we're burning it in our power stations. Vaughan, what's your views?
Well, what my view is, in the last week, this is the biggest fail that we've been aware of. I think that we've been really spoilt for choice this week. You know, we had the Auckland Council budget blowout, and then we had a movie on the Christchurch mosque terror attacks featuring the leadership of our Prime Minister. So there were other things we could have talked about, but this one is absolutely the real turd in the punch bowl.
Well, I'll tell you why it upsets me so much, Vaughan. I come from Taranaki.
Yep.
The first thing this Prime Minister did was run down there, well, she didn't even go down there, is to actually pass legislation killing off all the gas.
Yep.
Now, gas is a much, much better fuel to burn in our power stations than coal.
100%.
And we're importing this, Vaughan.
Yeah, and the thing is that most of us who are not aware of it, it's just unbelievable that we have used more coal in the first 3 months of this year than we did in all of 2016 and 17. And it's the summer, so we've got the winter to go through, so God knows what that.
Well, get a grip of this. Like. Down in Huntly, there are coal mines.
Yep.
They've shut them down.
They shut them down.
So they'd rather import it from Indonesia
Yep.
than actually get us, giving New Zealanders jobs.
Yep.
It just annoys me. What's this government doing?
Well, and let's consider a few facts. We all know that coal is is the worst pollutant of fossil fuels.
All the fossil fuels.
Yep. And despite having our own coal mines, we're actually importing the coal from Indonesia. I mean, how dumb is that?
And we got gas in the ground out there just sitting there now because we won't use it. Because why? Well, because the Prime Minister said so.
Yep.
And that is ridiculous because we should be burning that at least as a fossil fuel now.
Yeah.
We could do things later on if we get the wind power going and whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and this, I think that this is a fail on so many fronts. The media seem to be too scared to tackle it, really. I mean, some of the stuff that Radio New Zealand did and that was really insightful, but most others are just pretending it doesn't exist. But this is all happened.
I watched Toby O'Brien interview the minister yesterday and didn't once mention this coal bloody crisis.
Yeah, obviously not important.
So TV3, you've missed it, or you're deliberately missing where this government's failed.
Yeah,
I know they came paying you money, but my goodness, that is terrible.
And you know, this has all happened while we've got 10 Green MPs sitting at the top table in our government. I mean, really, why are they missing in action? Because... well, I suppose they're missing in action because they've actually got green eggs and ham splattered all over their face because they drove the banning of the gas and oil
green eggs and ham.
exploration bill, you know, for the Taranaki, which shut that down. So we've got a double whammy effect.
Well, they're shutting our province down in terms of that was a major industry that gave Taranaki a real boost in the 80s, and it's really going well. And they're shutting it down, and now where they're attacking also the dairy industry.
But we've got
that's another subject.
That's right. And we've got a real double whammy here because we've got the tight supply of gas out of the Taranaki because of the gas ban and a number of other issues. Plus, we've also got low hydro lakes, that record levels low, and we're going into the winter. So the importation of coal isn't going to go down anytime soon. So that's on one side of the equation, or the two sides of it. So we've got, you know, the low water, the gas ban, and so coal is the backup energy resource that we're going to have to use for a long time yet.
Do you know what, Vaughan? When they shut down the gas to powering Huntly Power Station, they've burnt more coal in the last 3 months than they did in what years?
2016 and 17.
Combined. Both 2 years, folks.
Yep.
And in 3 months we've burned more coal. So this government is responsible for burning more fossil fuel than anybody in the past.
But hey, here's another one just to add, insult to injury. Energy Minister Megan Woods has announced that there's going to be a $30 million report or study into looking for ways to eliminate the use of fossil fuels. A $30 million report.
And you know what she's going to do? She wants a lot of batteries.
Well, I tell you what, I'll save her $1 million right now. I'll do that report for $29 million. I mean, all joking aside, if the biggest Green Party in the history of politics in New Zealand, 10 MPs at the top table, if they think the most important thing they can be doing is riding push bikes across the Auckland Harbour Bridge to save the planet and fix Auckland's transport woes, well then... they really deserve this week's fail. And so I guess that, my message to Chloe and the rest of her crowd down there at the Green Party in the Beehive, I'm a boomer and I'm okay.
I'm a boomer and okay as well. And I'll give that a gold-plated fail. This is one of the worst I've seen.
It's a shocker.
Till next time, Vaughan.
Okay, thanks, Max. Cheers.